Despite the recent court ruling in favor of Kevin Costner's estranged wife, Christine Baumgartner, where he has been temporarily ordered to pay $129,000 a month in child support. During their divorce proceedings, family law experts cautioned that her financial future may not be as secure as it seems. The potential risks stem from various factors, including the complexities of child custody and divorce laws in California, the extravagant lifestyle of the Costner family, the significant power imbalance between the former spouses, and Baumgartner's assertive and lavish demands for financial support from her affluent husband. According to Christopher Melcher, a prominent family law attorney based in Los Angeles with experience working with high-profile clients, Baumgartner's approach could backfire, potentially leading to financial hardship for her in the long run. It's a precarious situation she's putting herself in, Melcher warns. She stands to lose much more than he does. Regardless of the outcome, Kevin will remain wealthy and unaffected. The divorce filing, which caught Costner off guard, occurred on May 1st and marked the end of their 18-year marriage. The couple shares 3 children, aged 16, 14, and 13. Costner had believed that their relationship was blissful, and he dreaded facing another costly divorce, especially with children still at home, recalling the expenses incurred during his previous divorce from his first wife, Cindy Silva, back in 1994. Before marrying Kevin Costner, Christine Baumgartner was relatively unknown, working as a model. She had also ventured into the business world, designing couture handbags. However, in court documents, she stated that she had no personal income as she had chosen to be a stay-at-home mother to their 3 children, according to a report by Us Weekly. Though some sources suggest her net worth to be around $7 million, earned through her modeling and handbag business, it is considerably lower than Costner's estimated net worth of $250 million. The acclaimed actor and director earns approximately $1.5 million each month from his film and television projects, as stated in court documents. As the celebrity divorce unfolds, a new dispute has emerged between the couple. Costner allegedly expressed concerns that his estranged wife would take too many belongings, as she moves out of their family home near Santa Barbara by July 31st, as reported by Us Weekly. Baumgartner refuted these claims, asserting that she only took her personal belongings, including her Peloton bicycle and some family heirlooms. In a recent court ruling, Santa Barbara County Superior Court Judge Thomas Anderl ordered Costner to pay Baumgartner $129,000 per month in child support on a temporary basis, with another hearing scheduled for a later date. This amount is more than double what Costner was initially willing to pay, but only half of the $248,000 per month that Baumgartner had initially requested, as explained by Melcher. As the divorce proceedings continue, the court has largely ruled in favor of Kevin Costner, particularly enforcing the prenuptial agreement signed before his 2004 marriage to Christine Baumgartner. Consequently, Baumgartner has been ordered to vacate the family's extravagant $145 million oceanfront home in Carpinteria, which was solely owned by Costner prior to their marriage. The prenuptial agreement raises concerns about Baumgartner's financial future, as it entitles her to a $1 million settlement in the event of a divorce. While this amount may sound substantial, it might prove insufficient for someone accustomed to the luxurious lifestyle of living in a California oceanfront estate, and traveling by private jet, especially without a stable income to support such expenses. Complicating matters, Baumgartner's legal team has indicated that she plans to challenge this settlement amount, potentially endangering her entire payout, as reported by People. The prenuptial agreement stipulates that she could forfeit the $1 million if she contests any provision within it. As she pursues legal action, a significant portion of the settlement might be consumed by legal fees, particularly if Costner isn't required to cover any of her court expenses. While Baumgartner currently receives $129,000 per month in child support, this arrangement is temporary and may change in the future, though any adjustments are unlikely to be significant. Holly Davis, an Austin-based family law attorney specializing in high-net-worth divorce cases, suggests that any modifications would likely be upward, considering the family's ongoing needs. Indeed, according to California law, child support typically concludes when a child reaches 18 years of age or graduates from high school, whichever comes later, as highlighted by Melcher. As each of Kevin Costner and Christine Baumgartner's children turns 18, her monthly support is likely to decrease, and it will eventually end altogether when the youngest child reaches adulthood, as pointed out by Davis. Baumgartner is likely aware of this future outcome and may be seeking to maximize her current child support payments while they last, as Davis suggests. However, there is a caveat for Baumgartner regarding the use of the child support funds. The money is meant to be solely allocated for supporting the children and maintaining the lifestyle to which they have become accustomed. This lifestyle includes expenses such as luxurious clothing, vacations, and the employment of private chefs and staff. It is essential that Baumgartner adheres to this guideline and does not use any of the support money to save for her personal benefit, as emphasized by Melcher. While the temporary order requires Baumgartner to contribute to the children's healthcare, activities, and sports expenses, it may also demand that she shares in the costs of housing. If she spends too little on rent, Costner and his attorneys might argue that she does not require the full $129,000 in child support, potentially leading to a reduction in the monthly payments. According to Melcher, the temporary nature of the $129,000 per month payment poses a potential trap. If the final child support ruling results in a significantly lower amount, Baumgartner could be liable to reimburse the excess she received each month, possibly draining her $1 million settlement. Melcher emphasized the importance of prudent decision-making and favorable rulings to avoid financial devastation for Baumgartner. Melcher expressed his bewilderment at Baumgartner's decision, along with her legal team, to avoid an amicable divorce settlement. In contrast, Costner has successfully relied on the prenuptial agreement, putting Baumgartner in a legal disadvantage. Despite this, the judge appears inclined to uphold the agreement. In high-profile divorces, Melcher noted that early settlements are often the most advantageous. Celebrities like Costner may prefer a generous settlement to prevent the disclosure of sensitive personal information, which could potentially harm their public image or a brand. Recently, a considerable amount of information about Kevin Costner's extravagant spending has become public knowledge. Instead of focusing on his multi-part film series, Horizon, which is currently in production, the public's attention has shifted to his ongoing divorce, noted Melcher. Nevertheless, Melcher believes that the damage to Costner's reputation, or brand, may not be severely impacted in the long term. While Costner did not succeed in his bid to lower child support payments, he managed to assert his position by making Baumgartner leave the family home. Additionally, Costner has been able to present evidence in court indicating his commitment to supporting his children generously, and remaining an actively involved father. Throughout the legal proceedings, Baumgartner's demand for $248,000 in child support was viewed by some as greedy, especially as Costner's lawyers countered by suggesting she could potentially use the money for personal expenses like a personal trainer, plastic surgery, and credit cards without providing any justification, as reported by Us Weekly. Davis suggested that the estranged couple resolves their differences privately, away from the public eye. Melcher emphasized the negative impact the public bickering has had on their children, calling it destabilizing and extraordinarily embarrassing for them, particularly in the close-knit community of Santa Barbara.